Hey everyone, welcome to my Pilates Yoga Fusion class. My name is Ruth Solorzano. I'm a certified Pilates instructor, an avid yogi, and a spin instructor. So I have a bit of a background in fitness, and I'm excited to start sharing some videos with you as I am training to become a personal trainer. So these videos are beginner, moderate, advanced, wherever you are on your fitness journey. There's lots of ways to modify, so I'm going to be showing you ways to modify. I want you to make sure that you have plenty of water that you can sip on. Please take a rest whenever you need one, and please take everything that I say with a grain of salt. This is your body, so you have to do what's best for you, and you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are listening to yourself, and that you have eaten before starting a workout so that you feel like you're nourished and you have feel fuel in order to get through the workout today. Okay, so let's get started. Today I tell you, put on some music. I'm not going to have music in this video, but please put on your favorite playlist while we go through this class. And yeah, let's get started. All right, we're going to start at the edge of our mat, and we're just going to start with a simple bringing our arms all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale, I want you to round your back, bring your head down, really stretch those shoulders out. Good. Bring your pelvis in. So we're creating like a C curve with the body. Good. And now stick your butt out and your chest out as you bring your arms up and inhale. And exhale, curve it into that C curve. Good. A few more of these. Inhale. And exhale, really think about activating all of your muscles. So, like, really elongating your fingers, activating your core, your pelvic floor. Two more times. Inhale and exhale, C curve. Good. Really blow all that air out of your belly. One more time. Inhale, look up. And exhale. Now we're going to go into that C curve and we're going to go down vertebrae by vertebrae. I want you to think about your head having a string on it. And it's just slightly pulling it down. Every vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Taking your time to get your hands to the floor. And now make sure you can have a bend in your knees. Do not overextend. And you're just going to sway. Just releasing the lower back. Good. Breathing. Tapping into yourself, tapping into why you're here today, right? You're not here for anyone else. You're here for you. You are here for you. Good. Release the neck. Good. Really breathe. And then you can release the arms down. You can bend one knee a little further and then switch. And just let go of those hips back and forth. That lower back. And slowly we're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, thinking about your belly coming in. Your shoulders are the last thing to come up. Well, second to last, because then it's your head. So you're going to roll those shoulders back. You're going to bring your head up. You're going to bring your arms back up to the ceiling. And bring them straight down. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Just give them a nice roll. We're just warming up the body. Roll them the other way. Really letting go of the tension in the shoulders. One more time. Roll it back. If you hear a little bit of a click, maybe don't roll as far, right? And roll forward. Good. Now you're going to let go of the wrists. Good. You're going to bring your arms up and you're going to come to one side. So you're going to push the hips to the left. You can see me like this. So push the hips to the left. Good. Stretching the side body out. And the other way. Good. Really trying to either your head looks up or it can look down. And one more time on each side. Keeping those hands clasped together. Really thinking about the shoulders coming away from the ears. Right? You don't want to be here. You want to be here. Good. One more time. Other side. Thinking about that core engaging as your body moves. Always keeping the core engaged. Good. And bring it down. Now we're going to come up to the edge of the mat again. And we're going to roll down slowly again, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Nice and slow, keeping the core engaged. Really trying to keep it out of the back, right? And we're going to crawl slowly out to all the way out to our mat. And we're going to go into plank pose. Now from here, really check your alignment, right? So you want your wrists under your shoulders. You want your hips to be in a neutral spine. So really think about keeping the hips and the back just nice and level, right? Think about if you had like a cup between your shoulder blades. It's staying nice and won't spill. Good. Really bring those abs in. Tighten that core. Tighten that pelvic floor. Keep it out of the shoulders. You're feeling the palms of the hands pushing into the ground. You're rooting through the toes. Good. You can hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to bend the elbows nice and slow. Nice and slow. If you need to bring the knees down, that's fine. And hit that belly to the floor. Good. Now from here, we're going to do a few cobra poses. So making sure that those legs are zipped together. The belly button is in. Really feel as if you had maybe a little bit of a space between the belly and the floor. Just feel that. You don't have to have it. It's just a feeling, right? So it's like bringing that core in. Try to relax the butt a little bit. Good. Now from here, we're going to lift the chest, but we're going to keep the toes on the ground, okay? So inhale and exhale, lift. Good. And bring it back down. We're going to do a few of those. Really thinking about tightening the core, tightening the pelvic floor, zippering through the inner thighs. Inhale, exhale, lift. Good. And one more. Really keeping it in the core, less in the back, but we are strengthening the back right now. So inhale, exhale, lift. Good. Hold it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring it back down. Now we're going to come up through plank and get into a nice downward facing dog. Now with down dog, we want to make sure the legs are hip width distance apart. If you need to bend the knees so that you can bring the chest to the knees, right? So you want to like create a nice flat back and really dig with your palms. So the palms of your hands are nice and firm. Your booty is sticking out. And you're seeing if you can get those heels to the ground, but really don't overextend your hamstrings. Bend your knees if you need to. Good. So we're going to stay here. Hold it in stillness. Think about why you're here again. Think about your intention. What do you want to gain from this mentally, physically, emotionally? Whatever it is for you, tap into that purpose. Tap into why you're here, because that's going to help you stay consistent, right? It's not just, I want to lose weight. I want to lose a few pounds. Sure, that can be part of it. But the thing about health, the thing about fitness is that it helps you in so many other ways. Good. Now you're going to go back into that plank pose. And like I said, you can be on your knees. So you can come down to your knees if you need to. And then you can go back up to that downward facing dog. Good. Let's do that a few times. So come out to plank. Like I said, you can come down to your knees or you can stay in plank and back to that downward facing dog. Think about those abs engaging. Bring the belly button into the spine. Good. Now you can either keep doing this, or when you come down to the plank, we're going to go into a small upward facing dog or cobra. So flip those toes, come up, no back bend. And then we're going to flip over the toes and we're going to come to that down dog. Now again, you don't have to do anything, I say. This is your workout. You do what feels best in your body. See how I'm bringing the knees down? You can bring the knees down. Good. And let's do one more. Bringing it up, really being intentional with our movements so that we don't get hurt. Because that is the key here. Being intentional and listening to our bodies. Now bringing it down, back into a nice child's pose. Release that lower back. Breathe. You can bring the arms together, the hands into prayer, and bringing it behind your head to stretch out those triceps, biceps. Good. And we're going to come back up. All right, now from here, I want you to bring your right foot forward. And we're going to come into a nice lunge, a low lunge. So you can either stay in your low lunge or you can bring it up to a high lunge. The arms, you can do whatever you want with the arms. You can bring them up. You can bring them in cactus. You can bring them behind your head. But really focus on your knee to ankle alignment. Think about the feet on railroad tracks rather than one line, right? Think about pulling your pelvic floor in, really keeping that tailbone down, nice neutral spine, arms up, hold it. For 10, shoulders down. 9, squeeze the belly. 7, good, belly button to the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to go into a nice warrior 2. So warrior 2, thinking about those headlights, these hip points right here, think of them as headlights. So you always want them to face forward, okay? So that's kind of how you know your hips are square. Then make sure the knee is over the ankle and making sure you have alignment from the heel to your arch, all right? Holding it here, bringing your arms out, looking to your right hand, look at that right thumb, focus, think about your arms, nice and engaged, good. Hold, belly button in, 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe. Why are you here? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, flip that palm, reverse warrior. Good, shoulder out of the ear. Inhale and exhale, bringing it down to side angle pose. We're bringing the arm up, making sure that shoulder is out of the ear. Heel to arch alignment, so bend that knee. Good. And breathe, extend that leg. Let's do a reverse triangle. Shoulder out of the ear, breathe. Hold it. And into triangle pose. If you have a block, you can place it under your arm, or you can just bring your hand to whatever feels good. My calf feels good, not your knee. Not your knee. Good, hold it. And let's go forward. Let's fold forward. So bring those toes in. Have a flat back and fold down to the ground. Good, and release that lower back. You can sway side to side. You can release that head. Good. Breathe. Good, now slowly come back up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, shoulders back, and let's do the other side. So you're going to bring the arms up, and we're going to go into a warrior 2. Again, heel to arch alignment, making sure those headlights are pointing forward. That leg, that knee is bent. Really tighten up that pelvic floor. So when I say pelvic floor, it's like that sensation when you need to use the restroom. When you got to go number 1, that's the pelvic floor when you're holding it in. So really holding the pee. Bring the arms out. Firm up the arms. Good. Hold it. You can look at your middle left finger. Inhale Exhale. Remember, making sure that knee is over that ankle. We just want to hold and focus in some stillness, right? Forget about what's outside of your day. Forget about anyone else right now. This is you. This is your time. Use it. Okay, and we're going to go into a reverse warrior. So bringing that left arm up, shoulder stays down, bend that knee a little bit, making sure it stays over that ankle. Good. And now we're going to go into an extended side angle. Bringing that left arm down, right arm up, shoulder stays out of the ear. Think about really stretching through the fingertips, making sure those fingertips are spread nice and wide. Good. And now let's do a reverse triangle. You can have a bind with your right arm if you want, or you can keep it extended. Shoulder out of the ear. Good. Now we're going to come down into our triangle pose, making sure the hips go back like you have a string pulling you as you bring the arm down and you bring the right arm up, shoulder out of the ear. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to go into our lunge. So you can bring it down to a high lunge or a low lunge. You can stay here in your low lunge, or you can bring it up into a high lunge. Again, railroad tracks instead of tightrope. Belly button comes in. Good, tailbone stays down. Bend the knee over the ankle. Bring the arms up. Good. I'm going to bring the hands together this time around. Belly button in. You can look up if you want. Just make sure not to strain your neck. Good, or you can go into cactus. Let's do arms up and cactus. Up and cactus. One more. Up and cactus. Good. Now bringing it down into a nice forward fold. Good. Bring the leg back together and just sway it out for a second. Good. Slowly rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae and rolling the shoulders back and arms by your side. Nice job. Let's take a little water break. Just take a sip of water. Tap back in to your intention, to why you put this video on today. What are you trying to achieve? And let's think outside the box. Let's think outside of fitness, and let's think about sustainability. Let's think about feeling good in our own skin. Let's think about working from the outside in and the inside out, okay? All right. We're going to bring the arms up and bring them down, and we're going to roll down again, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow, crawling the arms back out to plank pose. Good. Now we're going to do a nice side plank exercise. So we're going to bring the right knee down to the floor, and we're going to bring the heel back, and I want you in a side plank pose, making sure your right wrist is under your shoulder. Your shoulders are out of your ears. Your scapula is down. And if you want, bring the left leg up. Now, think about really pulling through the side of your hip, okay? So there's a string right here pulling you up. Good. Flex the feet. Abs are in. Think about those headlights, right? Those headlights are shining forward. Arm can come up. From here, we're going to go knee to elbow. Crunch, side crunch, extend, crunch, extend, crunch. Good. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you're almost there. 3, you got this. 2, last one, 1. Now from here, only if you can, grab your leg and pull it back and stretch that shoulder open. Good. Breathe. Open up the shoulder. Nice. And release. Nice and controlled. Good. Now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to switch around so that you can see me. All right. So from here, we already are at bent knees. So let's just bring the leg over. You can do this in a full side plank. I always choose to do a modified side plank because I have shoulder mobility issues sometimes. And so I choose to protect my shoulders. So remember, do what feels good in your body. But if you have shoulder mobility issues, I would say always stick with a modification, okay? So from here, let's do our crunches. Crunch, good, making sure that wrist is underneath the shoulder. Good. 10 more, you got this. Crunch. Good, those hips are pointing forward. Really working through the abs. 7, 6, 5, 4, you got this. Come on, a little more. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bringing it back down. Now you can go into a child's pose if you need a break, or we're going to go back into a plank pose, and we're going to bring one knee down at a time. Tap, 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 tap. 10, 9, 8. Make sure that belly button's in. 7, 6, 5. Flat back. You are putting your hands are nice and spread wide so you have even distribution in your fingertips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now you can go into a nice child's pose if you're not already there. If you are, good for you. You're listening to your body. That's what we want, right? Now, if you notice, my toes are actually tucked. And that's because I want to get a nice stretch in my toes. I have like feet problems sometimes, so I went to the foot doctor and he said that I should do this every day. Stretch your toes. Because our feet are cramped in our shoes all day. So you got to do the inverse. Good. Now, if you flex your toes, give them a little shake. Give them a little shake, 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 shake. Great. All right. Let's get into actually a little floor series since we're already down here. Let's do another little cat-cow. So I'm bringing the belly button down, butt up. Open up the shoulders. Good. And cat pose. Bringing the belly button in, rounding the spine. Exhaling all that air out. Again, let's bring the chest forward, butt back, belly button down to the floor, and round the spine. Good, and you can swing your hips side to side. Really find movement, find freedom here. Release that back. Good, now we're gonna extend the right leg back, and you're gonna just stretch your toes a little bit. Good. Now you're going to bring the left arm forward. And if you can, when you feel balanced, you're going to extend that right leg up. Keep your toes flexed. Make sure that that shoulder is over the wrist. Good. And we're going to come in and touch the knee to the elbow. Good. Extend and fold in, round the spine, knee to elbow. Good. Keep going. Tap into that intention. Why are you here? Good. 5 more. You got this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 3, 2. Last one. 1. Now you can stay here round, or you can extend and grab your foot and stretch it out. Open that shoulder. Good. and release it down. Shake out the wrist, because that by now it probably feels a little much. Let's actually get up. Let's just do a little wrist stretch. So we're gonna bring the arm, the fingertips back. Good, and just stretch out that wrist. Hand other way. Good. I remember I used to have really bad wrist problems, especially when I started doing yoga really consistently. And, you know, it's just about like building the muscles around your wrist. So a lot of the time, if my wrists are hurting, I'll go on my forearms and I'll just do everything on my forearms. And that's absolutely okay. So whatever is going to feel best for you, like I always say, okay? So let's go back down here. Here, I'm just gonna show you what it looks like on your forearms. So then that way, if you need to do it on your forearms, you can do it on your forearms. Okay, so we're gonna bring the left leg back. Good, extend that foot. And you're gonna bring it here. And now instead of bringing your arm up, you're just gonna curl. And try and bring your knee to your nose. So you're gonna bring your leg back and you're gonna curl knee to nose. Good, you're still getting a nice workout in the shoulders, in the triceps, in the abs, in the booty. It's all good. Just really think about pulling in the abs as you curl in, and then extend. Think about kicking something like your body is going through like thick water, right? So you're just really pushing, engaging through the buttocks. Good. Kick back and curl in. Last one. Kick back and curl in. Now from here, you can go here. You can just here and bring that arm back. So you're still getting that stretch, but you're on your forearm. So this is just to show you that you can do it, even if your wrists hurt. Good. And back and down to that child's pose and reset. Good. Now we're going to come up. Whew. Shoulders back. Good. Now let's do a little abs series. Well, that was kind of an abs series, but this is even more of an abs series. I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see me a little better. There we go. All right. Now, let's start on our backs, making sure that that lower back is on the floor. So you really want to have like a flat back. Bring your arms down, making sure that those shoulder blades are down. So you really want to think about someone pulling your hands and your wrists down, sliding them down your back. And I want you to pull that belly button in. Think about it as if you're wearing like a corset that's like stitching everything together. Good. Now you're going to bring one leg up and bring it down. Think about keeping that core nice and stable so you're not moving anything but your legs. Pull that belly button in. Good. Now you can stay here and keep doing one leg at a time, or you can bring both legs up. Both legs up and down. Now you can stay here, or you can bring both legs up straight and then bring them down. As far down as your spine stays flat on the mat, right? So you don't want to create any space. Pull your belly button in. If you start feeling that space, that means you don't bring them down as far. Good. Use that core to bring them up. Now hands behind the head. Bring the head up. Good. Continue. 10. Belly button in. 9. 8. 7. Remember, you can always bend your knees. Just because you started here doesn't mean you need to end here. But push. 4. 3. 2. 1. We're going to go into bicycles. Bend one knee, then the other. Tap. elbow to knee. Breathe. Exhale. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let it go. Bring your knees up, your legs up, and bring your arms up. And now you're going to bring your shoulders, squeeze the belly button in, curl, curl up. Still, that lower back is staying on the mat. As you curl, you exhale. Really thinking about squeezing the pelvic floor, belly button in. 10. You got this. 9. Keep it out of your shoulders. 8. If you need to, bring your hands behind your head. 6. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold it for 10. Small pulses. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hug your knees in. You should be feeling that burn, that nice ab burn. Good. Hug one knee in. Extend the other one out. Just roll into that hip, releasing any tension. Roll the other way. Good. Switch legs. Roll into that hip. Roll it out. Good. Now you can bring both knees in and you can do a happy baby. So you're going to bring your hands to your toes, to your heels or your shins, wherever feels comfortable to you. And you're just going to bring the knees in, really keeping that lower back on the mat. Really keeping it out of the lower back, just engaging that core, stretching it out. You can extend one leg and then the other. Be careful. Take it at your own pace. Do not overstretch your muscles. Good. Okay, now we're going to do a nice little roll up. So I want to come down a little bit. And I'm going to extend my legs, making sure that belly button is in, that back is flat. I'm going to extend my arms out over me. And as I come up, I really want to focus on keeping that belly button in and that back flat. My feet are flexed, and I'm going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, pretending like someone is pulling me up, using the core to come up. Round the spine. Stay nice and round as you come up. Touch your feet. Now you're going to bring your arms all the way up to the ceiling, shoulders back, scapula down, back straight. Good. Now round into the shoulders again. And you're going to come back on the reverse way. So bring that belly button in, making sure your lower back is the first thing that is touching the mat. Bringing it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. And shoulders back. Let's continue. Arms come up, round the spine. Belly button comes in, squeeze the pelvic floor. Round the spine as you come up. Touch your toes if you can. Don't worry about doing it if you can't. Now let's flatten the back. Bring the arms straight up to the ceiling, shoulders down. And again, rounding the spine. Arms come forward and curling in the belly, belly button in, spine, lower back comes down first. And then we go through vertebrae by vertebrae, feeling as though it's a string of pearls coming down to the floor, shoulders back. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Round the spine. Blow all of the air out. Let's go a little faster. Arms up, flat back. Arms forward. Round the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Good. Last one. Make it a good one. Round the spine, belly button in. C curve in the spine. Bring the arms back. Straighten it out. Round the spine. And slowly come down, vertebra by vertebra. Good. And bring the knees in. Good. Nice. Nice job. We're going to roll up. Roll it on the spine, giving a nice spinal massage. If this doesn't feel good, skip it. One more time. And come up. Great. Now we're going to do a little twisting. So, cross your legs, making sure you're sitting on your tushy. And then if you have a mirror, look at your alignment. So I can be here. So if you can see, my back is nice and neutral. My spine is neutral. I'm going to bring my arms up. And I'm going to twist to the right. Bringing my right arm behind me. Really trying not to round at the back. Keeping my shoulders down. Twisting. Really thinking about as if I'm like twisting a rag, right? So your torso, you're twisting out the water. Twist. Exhale that air. Inhale some fresh air. Exhale all that stale air as you twist. Good. One more twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Good. Now slowly twist back. Just even it out. Just a little twist to the side and other side. So you're going to bring your arms up. Bring your right arm back and twist. Good. Release the neck. Shoulders down. Just really feel the stretch. It's there for you. And slowly release. And twist to the other side to get a nice release. Good. Now we're going to fold forward, do a butterfly pose. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out. Now don't worry about bringing your feet all the way in. If you need to come out here, that's fine. Do what you can. And you're going to fold slowly over, trying to keep the back as straight as possible as you come down. And then roll forward. And now you can release the spine. And just take that nice stretch as you're opening up the hips. Good. Making sure everything we do is intentional for our bodies. Feels good. You know, there's a difference between pushing through and hurting through with pain. And close your knees like a book. We're going to do a little cat-cow seated. So around the spine. Good. Neck, chin comes in. And then we're going to open up the chest. Bring the chest to the knees as you bring the head back. Good. A couple more times. Around that spine. And bring the chest to the knees. Good. Cooling down. Bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. Gently, gently stretching out our neck. Good. If you want, you can bring your left arm down and just kind of like do little circles. Just really gentle. Being really gentle with yourself, showing yourself some love. Why are you here? Tapping in, bringing your head forward, around the spine. Release. Release all the weight. All that weight you're carrying around every day. Let it go here. And other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Because I feel like we don't realize how much weight we're carrying every day. Maybe we do realize it, but we just don't really do much about it. We just keep piling it on.
Again, make sure your right arm is extended. Just gently move it. Nothing too crazy. And when we do things like this for ourselves, we give ourselves permission to release a little bit of that weight, right? We realize that taking time for ourselves feels really good, and it allows us to take more time, more intentional time with others when we're not completely burnt out. Okay, and release that. Good. Roll those shoulders back and roll them forward. Arms up and prayer position to yourself. Good job, everybody. Thank you so much for staying and for being here for my workout series. I will be continuing to post these on YouTube. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. What do you want to see? What do you want to do? Like I said before, this is meant, yes, for advanced or intermediate, but for beginners, for people who really want to tap into their fitness journey and kind of do some things a little different for themselves. That's pages for you. So hope to see you next time.